Hello, I'm William Cook, and this is my video presentation for the women in the American Revolution. I decided to do my video presentation on Flora MacDonald. Now, Flora MacDonald was she was born in Scotland, and she was part of the clans there, and so the significance of her story, the one that everybody knows before the American Revolution, is she was known for delivering the Young Pretender being Prince Charles, or Bonnie Prince Charles. Now, he had led a militia, an army against the second uprising against the Jacobites. Now, after several victories and making way, they actually had a decidedly defeat at the Battle of Culloden, and the leaders were being executed, and Prince Charles actually fled after seeing what had happened. Now, eventually he fled to Scythe, which is a region in Scotland, and he had a price on his head, enough to buy a castle, as was quoted. And he eventually made way to who was Flora MacDonald's stepfather. Now, Flora was visiting, and the stepfather actually proposed the idea of her helping him escape. And now she was hesitant at first, but eventually took up the plan and helped him escape in disguise of a woman initially, make passage to a vessel to sail away and out of danger. To understand the significance of that, she took great risk, but the entire time she was of calm demeanor, and this was replicated throughout Scotland for her heroistic traits. And eventually it caught up to her because there was word out that she had helped him escape, and she ended up going to prison in London. At which time, the stories say that she was again calm and not roused by it. And eventually, when she went out, her and her husband, she married into her own clan, the MacDonald clan, and they emigrated to North Carolina. Now, right when they went to North Carolina, this was in the heat of the American Revolution, and there was a battle ensuing. The Americans were in pursuit, and the Scottish settlements had actually not declared loyalty yet. However, being part of two failed uprisings within the 50 years prior, they weren't very inclined to go for a third uprising, so they remained loyal to the British Crown. And the Battle of Cross Creek, where her husband had led the militia, it was a decided victory, but the story is the night beforehand, she had actually gained more recognition, more than she had already had from delivering the Young Pretender. She went from campfire to campfire, exciting the men, inspiring them, and encouraging them prior to the battle. The battle they did lose, but her role as a leader was not lost. It was a significant moment for her. It was a woman in the Revolution displaying courage and heroism, and that echoed throughout the entire country at that time, was her reputation. Now, her husband was actually taken captive, and as well as her sons, and they were escorted to a Philadelphia prison. And she stayed in North Carolina for a while, but eventually made her way back to Scotland. Now, on the way to Scotland, her ship was actually attacked by a French war vessel, and she actually took wound on that time. She either broke her arm during the fight or was shot. But again, she was out there encouraging the troops, displaying that heroism, being a leader amongst everyone, and that story was echoed. And eventually, she survived, made her way back to Scotland, and eventually, during a prisoner exchange, her family was able to join her, and that's where she passed away. Now, the significance that she played in the American Revolution may seem minor. It's not so much the impact on the outcome of the war, as much as it is the character traits. It was the epitome of what the American Revolution was: heroism, courage, and standing up for what you believe in, and she displayed this in great numbers.